Before I begin this review, I would like to mention that this toy review is dedicated in loving memory of Ray Harryhausen. Without his imagination and great talent in dynamation, and with all the creatures that he made, many of us would not be who we are today, and I do hope that his work and legacy will be immortal, never forgotten, and will continue to inspire many more. And with that, I am 93 Monster Mike, and this toy review is dedicated to Ray Harryhausen, and it's a review of one of his creatures. Without further ado, the X Plus Ymir, based on the creature from 20 million miles to Earth. Like many other people, I grew up with the films with special effects by Ray Harryhausen, like The Beast from 20,000 Fathoms, The Seventh Voyage of Sinbad, the original Clash of the Titans, Jason and the Argonauts, and 20 million miles to Earth. Ever since when I found out about Ray's untimely death, just like today, I was devastated, and I decided to do a video of a creature that he made himself in one of his amazing movies. So, yeah. So let's get on with it. So this is the Ymir, Y-M-I-R, that's how you spell his name. And for those of you who don't know, it is actually an extraterrestrial from the planet Venus. And in the movie, he basically came in this gelatinous egg brought from Venus to Earth, and then one night he hatched and was in the care of a zoologist along with his granddaughter. But overnight, the creature, which was originally the size that he is like right now, overnight he doubled in size due to the abundance of oxygen on Earth instead of Venus, which is basically composed of sulfur. So basically every night the creature doubles in size, and since he was much more provoked by others besides like a farm dog and some people who were trying to run away from it or trying to attack it, the creature became much more violent. And it was also impossible to kill, since the internal anatomy of this creature is far different from any organism on Earth. But the creature met his demise at the Roman Colosseum in Rome, where some soldiers blasted a bazooka at the crumbling walls, and the Ymir fell down and was crushed by some of the crumbling remains of the Colosseum. And that's it for his history. When it comes to superpowers, well, he really doesn't have that much, except that he is somewhat vulnerable to electricity, but he's impervious to gunshots, and also has a craving of sulfur. But other than that, he really doesn't have that many superpowers, except for doubling his size every night, but that's due to being exposed to Earth's atmosphere. Now when it comes to detail, X Plus has always been known to be spot on with their figures and stuff. Even though the Ymir was like a 18-inch puppet made of latex rubber covered by a metal armature, the detail in this figure is phenomenal. It looks like it actually came right out from the silver screen and finally came in and was given color. I'm not entirely sure if these are the actual colors of the Ymir, but I gotta say, it's really impressive. He really kind of reminds me a bit of a dinosaur, though, except for the head and some of these fins and the tail. But he really does look cool. And I do recall that Spider King 389 made a short stop motion video starring the Ymir, and it's a very good homage to Ray Harryhausen's movie. When it comes to posability, he does have a moving mouth, rotating head, swivel arms, swivel elbow, swivel waist, swivel thigh, and swivel ankle. He did have a posability joint here, but unfortunately I kind of broke it, so I had to super glue it, so now it doesn't move anymore, but this part still moves, thankfully. So that's posability. When it comes to sizing, it initially it's about, like, if you were compared to a normal human, that is his actual size. Like, here's my hand, so he's about 8 to 9 inches tall. But his final size was basically as tall as an elephant. No joke. He was as tall as an African elephant. But just to give you an idea of how big he is, I'm just going to compare him to Bandai Creation Final Wars Godzilla. Large scale, and as you can see, the Ymir is basically staring at the base of Godzilla's neck. So, it's a pretty big figure. Or, for those of you who do not have this figure, just in case, here's a Lego Creation Ultraman, which is 6 inches tall, so, and the Ymir dwarfs him. So, just to show you how big this figure is. For price and availability, now, I did get this figure like in 2001 or so I've had this figure for a pretty long time. My best choice or recommendation of where you could get this figure would be maybe at a monster convention or eBay, and the prices there, get ready, they could be anywhere from $50 to $100 if mint in box. Just to let you know. So, with that in mind, history, he's basically the main star of his own movie, 20 Million Miles to Earth. Definitely check it out. Powers, not that many. Detail, definitely 5 out of 5. Sizing, pretty good. Posability, pretty good for a X Plus figure. Price and availability, pretty high. So overall, I'm gonna have to give this figure a 5 out of 5. If you want to get a Ray Harryhausen monster to add to your collection, I would definitely recommend that you get the Ymir. Because, well, there's no other monster like it. But, I mean, look at it. This is such an iconic monster. And again, this video is dedicated in loving memory of Ray Harryhausen, whose amazing, incomparable talent has brought this creature to the screen, and his work will forever be remembered, even though he has passed away just now. So, that's it for this video. This has been 93 Monster Mike, and I'll be seeing you guys later.